Elena here, and today we're going to talk about the 10 most common side effects when you are doing or starting a ketogenic diet. Let's do this. Okay, so let's get started by just throwing it out there that I am not a doctor or a nutritionalist. Please feel free to talk to your doctor or nutritionalist before starting a ketogenic lifestyle or talking about any of the supplements that I'm going to be talking about in this video. It's always better to be safe than sorry, so please take time out to talk to them before starting, but let's jump right into it. The first common keto side effect is muscle cramps. Muscle cramps suck. And, you could be like restless legs. They could feel like Charlie horses in your legs. More often than not, they're usually in your legs, but they could happen all over your body. The reason you're getting muscle cramps is because when you're doing a ketogenic diet, the muscles can deplete of water and minerals, right? Which is also being dehydrated. And that could cause muscle cramps. A super easy way to fix this is to drink more water and then also add in magnesium citrate, which you can get at like a convenient, like Walmart, CVS, you can get anywhere. They're fairly cheap, and adding that into your routine will really, really help with the muscle cramps. The second one is lack of sleep or not being able to sleep, insomnia. You're doing a keto diet and then you're waking up at like 3 in the morning and you're feeling full of energy and it kind of sucks, right? So here's the thing. When you're doing a ketogenic diet and your body is running off of fat instead of carbs, you've depleted your carbs, your body naturally needs less sleep. It actually sleeps better when you're in ketosis. And so you're going to find that you can run really efficiently off of less sleep. But if this is a problem, if this is like affecting your work or just affecting you in general, a few things that you could do is that you could add magnesium citrate. And again, you could have, a serving of it at night. Like it usually comes in a pill form. And then you could also check and make sure that you're not eating a lot of food with histamines in it, such as bacon, eggs, dairy, avocados. And I know you're probably thinking like, what the heck, that's like a lot of keto foods, but I'm not saying completely eliminate them. Just kind of check and make sure that you're not going overboard. Maybe add in some more leafy vegetables and see if that makes a difference. Okay, so the third common keto side effect is increased urination. Super fun to talk about, right? I'm sure you've noticed you might be peeing like you're a pregnant woman, constantly in the bathroom. And the reason this is happening is because, one, your body is flushing out the glucose that is stored in your liver, right? And then as well, it's also flushing out sodium that is stored in your kidneys. So everything's kind of flushing out. You're also drinking a lot more water. It's really the worst like a few days in when you're getting started and everything's flushing out. But over time, it will get better. Take it as a good sign that your body is flushing out what it doesn't need, and just make sure, even though you're peeing a lot, to stay hydrated and to drink your water and electrolytes. One kind of goes hand in hand with frequent urination, and that is constipation. So as I said, when you're using the bathroom a lot, you're peeing a lot, then you're flushing out everything, and that could cause dehydration. When you're dehydrated, it's really, really easy for your body to get constipated. So if you are struggling with constipation, I would check your water intake, I would check your electrolytes, and then I would also add in magnesium again at night. Magnesium will really help keep you from being constipated on this journey. Also make sure that you're getting a lot of food with fiber. One is the total opposite of what we just talked about, and that is diarrhea. And it tends to happen to a lot of people when they first start. And a reason it does is because a lot of people, when they first start keto, their macros aren't necessarily where they need to be. So a lot of people tend to overeat in protein and not enough fat. That can actually cause diarrhea. So if you're having diarrhea, I really check and make sure that you're not overeating in protein and making sure that you're eating enough fat. That's going to really help. Also, if you are taking magnesium and maybe you're taking a lot, that can cause diarrhea as well. You kind of have to find your sweet spot. So maybe knock that down and see if that helps as well. Another thing too is if you have a lot of inflammation, like in your gut, in your stomach area, that's going to be coming out as diarrhea. And so it can really depend. So if you have a lot of inflammation, you might have more diarrhea than somebody who doesn't have as much inflammation in the gut. But just stick it through, it will go away. It's not going to last the whole entire journey. Next thing we're going to talk about is keto breath, aka bad breath. And what happens is when you're doing the ketogenic diet, your body is in ketosis, right? Where it's burning fat instead of glucose. And ketones in your body could actually produce acetone, which will come out in the way your breath smells, which kind of sucks. But it is also a good thing because that means your body's either transitioning or it's actually in ketosis. So while you're writing this out, it usually takes about 3 days to a week. Or if it takes longer, a few things that you could do is, one, just make sure you're on top of your oral hygiene. You can brush more frequently. You can also try upping your water. And the third thing that you could try to do is adding in more carbs. So some people do this because when you're adding in more carbs, it will slow the process of ketosis. And so less ketones will be being made in your body, which could help. But if I were you, I would just write it out and take it as a good sign that you're in ketosis or you're getting there. Seventh one we're going to talk about today is a keto flu, which I'm sure you've heard of. It is something that actually scares a lot of people away, or, you know, people will start the keto diet and experience a keto flu and end up giving up because of how it makes them feel. But the good news is there are ways to make you feel better. So the keto flu happens when you are transitioning from a standard diet to a ketogenic diet. Your body is trying to transition into ketosis where it's burning, you know, your fat instead of sugar. And it kind of just makes you feel overall not good. You could have headaches, you could feel tired, you could feel groggy, you could feel crabby. You might want to just lay around all day, super unmotivated, and just sick. So this does happen a lot when people first start. And there's some things you could do to make it easier. Not everybody experiences it, but if you are experiencing it, just make sure you're getting in your electrolytes, make sure you're getting in sodium, potassium, and magnesium. That's going to make it a lot easier. Another thing that you could do is add in exogenous ketones, which really help take some of those symptoms away. So instead of your body trying to transition into ketosis all by itself, you are giving it ketones that mimic its natural production of them. And what that's going to do is just make the transition so much easier. You're going to feel a lot better. For me personally, I did transition with ketones, so I never experienced the keto flu. It made it really easy for me, and so that always is an option as well, which is going to lead me into my next keto, you know, common side effect, which is sugar cravings. So a lot of times when you're just starting keto, after about 3 days, your body is going to deplete of that glycogen that you had in it before. Once that happens, you're going to realize that your body is going to want to like get that back in the system, right? It's like, give me carbs, give me sugar, like we need this. And it could be a really difficult time for a lot of people, especially if, you know, you're used to giving into what your body is craving. When you add in exogenous ketones to your ketogenic lifestyle, what it does is it's going to make those cravings a lot less because your body is not doing all this hard work transitioning on its own. You're giving your body ketones, and it really just makes it so much easier to not, you know, fall into the keto flu or to not be overcome by those sugar and carb cravings. So they really do help. I will put a link in the description if you want to check out, you know, the type that I take. They are the only ones that are proven to put your body in ketosis within 59 minutes. They're not full of fillers, and they really do mimic the ones that your body produces. I also have 10-day experiences, so if you want to try that, maybe when you're just getting started with the ketogenic diet to see how that works for you, you can reach out to me. Again, it's all in the description on how to get a hold of me. And if you're just going to go to the website and look around, I would recommend that you try the Max formula. That's the one I do. It has 40 times more absorption rate than the other ones. So it's really great to get you into ketosis, you know, get you through the keto flu, help you with those sugar cravings, and get you just feeling amazing on this journey so you're not giving up. The 9th keto side effect that I want to talk to you guys about is feeling really dizzy or really tired. Obviously, none of us want to feel that way, and it is really common to experience these, but the good thing is it's a really easy fix. So if you're feeling tired or dizzy, it's because your body is flushing out electrolytes, which is sodium, potassium, and magnesium. So super simple way to start feeling back to your normal self is to eat more foods with potassium, to add a potassium supplement if you're finding it a struggle to get foods in, leafy greens would be a great idea, or meat has potassium. I mean, so many foods have potassium in it, so it shouldn't be that hard to get it in. You could also make sure you're adding more salt into your foods. You could take some bone broth, and once you start adding those electrolytes back in and rehydrating yourself, you're going to find that you feel so much better. Also, if you're on blood pressure medication or any type of medication, please make sure to talk to your doctor before adding in all these supplements. They might want you to take different amounts, or it might not work into what you're taking. So please just be safe and talk with your doctor before starting. The keto side effect that we're going to talk about today is reduced physical performance. So maybe if you're an athlete or you run a lot or you weightlift, you might find in the beginning that it's really hard for you to do what you used to do. And one of the biggest reasons for this is actually dehydration. So just make sure that you're drinking enough water, you're drinking enough electrolytes. But another part of it is that your body is transitioning into ketosis. It's getting used to being fat adapted. So that can take a toll on your physical performance in the beginning. But here's the great thing. Once you're fat adapted, once you're in ketosis, you're going to find that your workouts are even better. You're going to have more energy. You're going to be burning more fat while you're working out. Your results are going to be better. So it's definitely worth it to stick it through, keep going. It will get better. Just don't quit. So that sums it up for the 10 most common keto side effects. I really hope this helped. As you can tell, a lot of the things that happen when you're doing keto are easy fixes, especially making sure you're getting in your water, you're getting in your electrolytes, those, and your magnesium. That's going to help so much on this journey. And you know what, guys, just stick with it. Don't give up. Listen to your body. You could do this. I'm always here if you need me. Please like and subscribe to my channel. I have a ton of fasting and ketogenic diet tips and tricks, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.